Good day, Freshies! Welcome back to another episode of Learning Mathematics here at DepEd TV. I am Teacher Belle, ang iyong kaduo sa Math 7. This is a new day for fun and exciting learning in mathematics. Together, let's be Math Tibay, Math Talino, and Math Galing! Do you have your pen and your self-learning module with you? Well, you better have them because today we are going to embark upon the realms of operations on integers. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division are the fundamental operations that every student should learn. Understanding integers and its operations give way to understanding the other fields of mathematics like geometry and trigonometry. So what are we waiting for? Let's start! We are here today at the library. Have you seen my companion? Oh, there she is! Everyone, I want you to meet Auntie Jer, my calculating tita. Well, yesterday, I borrowed 200 pesos from Auntie Jer.
Well, you should pay for my lunch today, Iha. Well, that's only 50 pesos.
Sure, Auntie Jer. So, if I pay for your lunch today, how much do I owe you now?
Iha, have you not already learned that in the previous episode?
Oh, right! In the previous episode, we learned about absolute value and addition of integers. I remember clearly that the absolute value is the distance of a number from 0. And in adding integers, we can follow the steps given.
First, get the absolute value of the numbers. Second, subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. Third, copy the sign of the number which has a larger absolute value.
Yeah, let me check the learning of my ahijados and ahijadas. Ahijadas, come. If you owe me 200 pesos and you will pay me for my lunch, which is 50 pesos, how much do you owe me now? You should know this by now.
If we owe Auntie Jer 200 pesos, that would be equivalent to negative 200 because that is our liability. But if we pay for her meal, that would be equivalent to positive 50. So that would translate to negative 200 plus 50. To add this, let us follow the steps given on the previous episode. First, get the absolute value of the two integers. So the absolute value of negative 200 is 200, while for 50, that is 50. Next, subtract the smaller absolute value from the larger absolute value. 200 minus 50 is 150.
Great job, ahijados.
Lastly, copy the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value. In this case, which integer has the larger absolute value? Negative 200 has the larger absolute value. So in symbol, negative 200 plus 50 is equal to negative 150.
When talking about money, a negative sign symbolizes a debt.
Well, Auntie Jer, I only owe you 150 pesos.
Wow, impressive! Yeah, but next time, do it faster.
Okay, Auntie Jer.
Auntie Jer, we also learned that a number is an integer if it is included in the set of numbers consisting of 0, the positive natural numbers, and their additive inverses, which are the negative numbers.
In today's episode, Auntie Jer will help us tackle the first two fundamental operations, addition and subtraction of integers.
Oh, there are also different ways in adding integers. Tell them, Iha.
Yes, Auntie Jer. First is by using a number line. Let's try it.
Use the number line to find the sum of 6 and 5. On the number line, start with 0.6 and count 5 units to the right, since 5 is positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At what point on the number line does it stop? It stopped at point 11. Hence, 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. Now find the sum of 7 and negative 3. On the number line, start from 7, and since the sign of 3 is negative, count 3 units to the left. 1, 2, and 3. At what point on the number line does it stop? It stopped at point 4. Hence, 7 plus negative 3 is equal to 4.
Here, I brought something for my ahijados and ahijadas.
Sign tiles?
Yes, Iha. You are all very lucky because I'm here, ha? You know, before, in our time, we don't have someone who knows integers very, very well.
If we combine one positive tile with one negative tile, they will cancel out each other. When we combine two positive tiles, they will appear like this. And when we combine this tile with this tile, they will appear like this. Now let's try adding integers using signed tiles. Find the sum of 4 and 5. We can represent 4 using 4 positive tiles and 5 using 5 positive tiles. Since the first 4 tiles are positive and the next 5 tiles are also positive, when combined, they will appear like this. We have 9 positive tiles. So in symbols, we can write it as 4 plus 5 is equal to 9.
Oh, that's nice. Now, Iha, can you find the sum of negative 3 and negative 4?
Sure, Auntie Jer. We can represent negative 3 using 3 negative tiles and negative 4 using 4 negative tiles. Since the first 3 tiles are negative and the next 4 tiles are also negative, when combined, they will appear like this. We have 7 negative tiles, so in symbols we can write it as negative 3 plus negative 4 is equal to negative 7.
That's not even challenging. Well, ahijados, try this. Get the sum of 5 and negative 3.
We can represent 5 using 5 positive tiles and negative 3 using 3 negative tiles. Since the first 5 tiles are positive and the next 3 tiles are negative, then the 3 positive tiles and 3 negative tiles will cancel out each other. There will be 2 remaining positive tiles. Therefore, 5 plus negative 3 is equal to 2.
Those are examples of adding integers through signed tiles. This time, Auntie Jer, let's try to perform the operation using rules.
Oh, there are rules, Iha.
Yes, Auntie Jer. These rules may help us make things easier.
Rule number 1. When the integers have like signs, add the numbers and copy the common sign. For example, 8 plus 5. Notice that 8 is positive and 5 is also positive. They have the same signs, so simply add 8 and 5, then copy the positive sign. Therefore, the answer is positive 13. Negative 10 plus negative 9 is equal to. Notice that 10 is negative and 9 is also negative. They have the same signs, so simply add 10 and 9, then copy the negative sign. Therefore, the answer is negative 19. Rule number 2. When the integers have unlike signs, find the difference of their absolute values and use the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. For example, negative 2 plus 4. Notice that 2 is negative while 4 is positive. They have unlike signs, so subtract 2 from 4. Then copy the sign of 4 since it has the greater absolute value. Therefore, the answer is 2. Let's do more. 38 plus negative 20. Since the signs are unlike, we subtract their absolute values. Since the sign of the number with greater absolute value is positive, the answer will be positive 18.
Or remember, when we do addition, the resulting number is called sum.
And to sum it up, let us complete the statements. Choose your answer from the box that best completes the statements.
In adding integers, when the signs are the same, blank and keep the sign. In adding integers, when the signs are the same, add and keep the sign. When the signs are blank, subtract their absolute values and use the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. When the signs are different, subtract their absolute values and use the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. If we add two same numbers with different signs, then the answer is equal to blank. If we add two same numbers with different signs, then the answer is equal to 0.
That's great, ahihados, ahihadas! Now, can you apply your knowledge about adding integers?
Let's try a problem on your module.
In a football, Team Azkals lost 5 yards in one play, but gained 7 yards in the next play. What was the actual yardage gained by the team? The number sentence would be -5 plus 7. Therefore, the team's actual yardage is 2.
Oh, you can still do better than that, Iha. When I was a 7th grader, I can answer that in less than 3 seconds.
That's exceptional, Auntie Jer. Well, this time, let us proceed to subtraction of integers.
Oh, I can feel the cold temperature here. It feels like -3 degrees Celsius. Good thing that I have my balabal with me. I also have one for you.
Auntie Jer, The actual temperature here is about 27 degrees Celsius. There is a huge difference in the actual temperature and what you are claiming. The difference should be... Oh, we can get the difference by performing subtraction on these integers.
To subtract two integers, add the opposite or additive inverse of the subtrahend to the minuend. Minuend is the first number in a subtraction, while subtrahend is the number subtracted from the minuend. That is, if a and b are any two integers, then a minus b is equal to a plus negative b. Then follow the rules for addition of integers. Remember the rules in subtracting integers. Number 1, keep, change, change. Keep the first integer the same, change the subtraction sign to addition, and change the sign of the second integer. Number 2, follow the rules for addition. When the signs are the same, add the numbers and keep the sign. When the signs are different, subtract the numbers and copy the sign of the number with the greater absolute value. Again, let's use tiles to perform subtraction. Let's try the following. Number 1, 7 minus 3. The keep, change, change works like this. First, keep the first integer the same, that is 7. Next, change the subtraction sign to addition. Then change the sign of the second integer, that is negative 3. To represent this using tiles, we will use 7 positive tiles for 7 and 3 negative tiles for negative 3. We can now follow the rules for addition. Since the first 7 tiles are positive and the next 3 tiles are negative, when combined, 3 positive tiles and 3 negative tiles will cancel out each other, leaving 4 positive tiles. In symbol, that is 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Number 2, 4 minus 5 is equal to keep the first integer the same, that is 4. Next, change the subtraction sign to addition. Then change the sign of the second integer, that is negative 5. To represent this using tiles, we will use 4 positive tiles for 4 and 5 negative tiles for negative 5. We can now follow the rules for addition. Since the 4 positive tiles and 4 negative tiles will yield to 0, they will cancel out each other, leaving 1 negative tile. In symbol, that is 4 minus 5 is equal to negative 1. Number 3, 2 minus negative 4. Keep the first integer, that is 2. Change the operation, that is plus. Then change the sign of the second integer, so that is 4. Follow the rules for addition. Since they have like signs, add the integers, then keep the sign. So that is 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. So again, integer is claiming that the temperature here is negative 3 degrees Celsius, while in fact, it's 27 degrees Celsius. If we subtract this, we can get the difference of the two. So that is 27 minus negative 3. Applying the keep change, that is 27 plus 3.
So, the difference of integers claimed to the actual temperature is 30 degrees.
Integer, I can now proudly say that there is a huge difference between negative 3 degrees Celsius and 27 degrees Celsius. Now let's check your learning by trying a problem on your module.
Find the difference in altitude between a mountain 3,900 feet high and a valley 785 feet below sea level. Land that is below the sea level is considered to have negative altitude. So 785 will be treated as negative. To find the difference, the number sentence would be 3,900 feet minus negative 785 feet. Therefore, the difference in altitude between the two is 4,685 feet.
Remember, the resulting number in the subtraction process is called the difference. Now it's your turn.
Subtract the following numbers. Number 1, 16 minus 12. The difference is 4. Number 2, 19 minus 23. The difference is negative 4. Number 3, negative 3 minus negative 4. The difference is 1. Number 4, 19 minus negative 7. The difference is 26.
You have done a great job today. Having learned all this should give you a sense of significant achievement. After all, math is not an incomprehensible domain. Once you learn its language, you will be able to navigate with ease and certainty.
You all did great job, ahijados, ahijadas. I'm so impressed. By the way, I'll go ahead because my amiga Liling is waiting. See you in the next episode.
Bye, Integer. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
For your assignment, read and answer what I have learned and what I can do found on your self-learning module.
That's it for today, but learning does not end here. On our next episode, we are going to hop on another adventure about operations on integers. Again, this is Teacher Belle, ang iyong kaduo sa Math 7. I hope we helped you become math tibay, math talino, and math galing. Together, let's make math fun and exciting here at DepEd TV.